Hello everyone, welcome to 8th standard second language English. Today let us learn how to read the lesson A Day in the Ashram, Unit 1, written by C.F. Andrews. C.F. Andrews, Charles Ferrer Andrews, 1871 to 1940, was an English priest of the Church of England. He was an educator and Indian freedom fighter. He became Mahatma Gandhi's closest friend and associate. Andrews reveals his experience while he stayed in the ashram. Shantiniketan was founded by Rabindranath Tagore. It is a school with a difference where students learn with great joy. Words cannot picture to you the beauty of Shantiniketan. Our own poet and teacher, whom we call Gurudev, has named it in his song, The Darling of Our Hearts, and it is worthy of the name. All who have visited the ashram, one old and young alike, have felt its inner beauty growing more and more upon them. If I were to describe to you one day in the ashram with the boys, that would perhaps best bring home to you its inner beauty. Long before sunrise, like the birds in our own Amloki grooves, our boys are awake. The, the choristers are the first to rise, and they go round the ashram singing their morning hymn. You can hear the voices in the distance drawing nearer and nearer, and then the sound dies away as the choir passes on to another part of the ashram, and then again it comes nearer and nearer. The beauty of the sound in the silent morning air and the sense of joy and reverence which it brings give peace to the soul. After an interval, each boy takes his asan, his square of carpet, into the fields and sits down on it to meditate in his own place alone. Later on, before the schoolwork begins, the boys all stand together in the shade of the trees and sing their hymn. Till about 10:30, the work of the school goes on. We have no classrooms. The boys sit with their teachers in the open air under the trees. There are no larger classes. A group of 8 or 10 boys are seated around the teacher asking him questions. Where few books are used, a greater part is carried on through conversation. The boys soon learn to open out all their difficulties to their teachers, and the teachers get keenly interested in the boys' questions and answers. Such living education can never be dull. When the morning work is over, the boys bathe and go to their meal. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the classes begin again. But at this time, the work is chiefly with the hands as well as with the mind. Handiwork is practiced, and the boys' own natural tastes are very soon discovered. Some prefer carpentry, others prefer mechanical work, others enjoy spinning and weaving, others become skilled draftsmen or painters, others are musicians. There is very little book work in the afternoon. School is over at about 4 o'clock, and then there is a rush to get first into the great open fields for football. Our Shantiniketan boys are famous everywhere for their sports and games. In the evening, at sunset, they return from the fields and sit down once more for a short time to meditate in silence. As night comes, fairy tales are told, short dramas are recited, our Gurudeva's songs are sung, and different school gatherings are held. By 9 o'clock, all are glad to retire to rest, and again the choristers go round the ashram singing the last evening hymn. There can be no question as to the happiness of the life of our boys. Their faces tell the story of their joy and their freedom. There is no fairer life in India than the life of children at Shantiniketan. Thank you.